Okay, y'all. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. Hey babes. So today I am coming at y'all with a OR pros and cons video. I feel like it's very much needed to know both sides, both perspectives, day shift and night shift, because I found out a lot of y'all didn't know that you could be an OR nurse at night. You can work the night shift in the OR. Yes, you can. But you are now a trauma OR nurse, a trauma circulator, or scrub, whatever role you pick. But I'm just gonna get right into it. I typed some questions, and I'll probably throw some in on top of my head, but and y'all, I'm about to so I got 2 hours before I have to head to work, so I thought the trapping hoodie was fitting because we trapping tonight, okay? And then I have on my homegirls, her sweatpants. And this goes into my first pro. You can come to work in your regular clothes and you don't have to buy scrubs. Hallelujah. Ain't that a blessing? Ain't it a blessing? Since it is a sterile place of working, it's better to wear your scrubs from the scrub machine. It's just better. And then it saves you money on buying scrubs. You can come in basically in your PJs. Don't come in your PJs, y'all don't. But workout clothes, you know, comfy wear. If you're coming from somewhere, or if you're day shift, you just rolling out of bed, you just come in to work with your regular clothes and change into your scrubs. Not every nurse or scrub tech does that. Sometimes they do come in their scrubs, but they're clean, of course. And it just saves you time if you get there right on the dot like me. I'm not one of those early birds. I'm working on it. It's a work in progress, but yes. Next pro I have is once your scheduled cases are done, you can go home early. It depends by facility. So at my first hospital, it was very rarely that my director let us go home early. Instead, she would have us pull cases for the next day. And I recommend that if you want to get your hours, if you about your point and you want to get your hours, go into the sterile core and learn your sterile core. Learn where items are, so when you do have to run and grab it, you know exactly where to go, and learn how to pull cases, because it's going to help you learn what's on that preference card, and it's going to help you learn the case and just make you a competent nurse when it comes to cases. So some hospitals, they'll let you go home early. If you finished, you and the surgeon, y'all finished all the cases, y'all knocked them out early, go home early. Go home. And then if you're on call, you know, you just have to be on standby because they can call you at any time. But once your cases are done, you're pretty much chilling. Or, you know, you find something to do or catch up on your charting if you didn't get to chart in the room, because there's some cases it moves so fast, you don't get the chance to chart. So that's a perk, and that's what I love about the OR. It's not bedside, it's by patient. So you can have 5 patients that day, but you're not taking care of them at one time. You're taking care of them once they get into that room and once they're out that room in recovery. So that's what I love about the OR. It's not as much as a stress load as bedside. You're taking care of the patient and the family member, because you know that's what it is. You know that's the truth. And that leads into my next pro, 1 patient load per case. So it's not a huge load on you. You're not having to take care of the patient and their family and get them this and change them and, you know, do the real nurturing side of nursing. It's just, hey, let's get this procedure going. It's a time business. It's a time game in the OR. In room start time, you need to be on time. If your case starts at 7 a.m., you need to get to work early. You need to make sure your room is good, all the counts are done, all the medications are pulled, all the positioning devices are in the room. You need to check your patient's allergies, their history, their medications. If there's a typing screen done on them in case we have to get blood. If there's a pregnancy test, if there are women, you need to check if that woman is pregnant. You need to check their labs, you need to check their history, and of course the consent forms. But I'll go over that in another video. But you have to know your patient and know your stuff. Okay, so that leads into my next point. No bedside duties, just make sure the surgery and the patient is safe, period. And also, cha-ching, it's one of the highest paying nurse specialties. Being in the OR, it is a specialty. So they will pay you extra for that versus knowing basic bedside. We all went to nursing school. We all know what to do in patient basic bedside. We know how to perform assessments, head to toe assessments. We know that. So when you come into the OR, it's a whole new world you gotta learn of nursing. So they pay you for knowing those skills. And travel nurses that are OR nurses, they're killing it. You know, they're making a killing. I'm not out of state, so I'm good though. I'm comfy. I'm comfy, as you can see, okay? But yes, if you can travel. I don't travel because of my med spa job. I love my job, so I'm not going nowhere. You know, I have to. Anyways, let me next talk. So call money. When you are on call, you still get paid for that call. Whether you get called in or not, you're gonna get paid for your time. So when you're on call, basically depending on your facility, how everyone does it, you get a Friday out the month, a weekend out the month. Everyone takes their turn, and each month it changes. But when you're on call, if let's say an emergency case comes in, okay, let me paint the scenario. So night shift. My facility doesn't really get the on-call people. They don't get called back because we're there. But let's say we have an emergency lap appy come up, and then another lap appy comes up. Me as the charge nurse, whoever's charging that night, I have to call the call team in to come in because our hands are full and I need them on standby for trauma. Because we could get a gunshot wound, we could get a motor vehicle collision, auto pedestrian patient come in, and if there's no one there, what we gonna do? We gotta save everybody, okay? We gotta get the emergency patients that are in excruciating pain. Like, if you've gotten your appendix removed, you know how painful it is. And we gotta get that stat. We, give you some broad spectrum antibiotic to help with it first, and then we give you probably morphine or tramadol, something to help with the pain, but eventually it has to get out. And if that surgeon knows his caseload is busy the next day, he or she may say, hey, we need to go tonight. Or we have an ectopic pregnancy. That has to go tonight. We need to do a suction D&C tonight. So this patient is gonna bleed out if we have to wait. So in cases like that, we may have to call the call team. Or if us as night shift, we come in and day shift hasn't finished and we need a trauma team, one of the nurses is gonna go relieve the day shift nurse from out of that case, but the call nurse is gonna stay if she's still in the case. She has to stay until, he or she has to stay until we have a team available, one nurse and one tech available for a trauma in case they come up. So in a lot of cases they get that too. But you get paid for call if you get called in or not. So you get paid time and a half for being on call, because at this point you cannot plan nothing for that day. You have to stay within 30 minutes of the hospital. If they call you at 3 in the morning and you gotta be there at 6 in the morning, hey, that's just that. You're getting paid time and a half for that. And then I think if you actually have to clock in, it's an extra $3 to $5 added on per hour. So baby, when I was in my call days, I was making that. But no, now that I'm a local travel nurse, I have the option of taking call or not. And I chose not to take call because my hospital is 45 minutes away from where I live. And it'll just be a stretch for me. And I already work nights and I already have other jobs and businesses. And I know I'm not going to be in a good mood if I get called in. So I just, put my mental health first and not the money in that aspect. But I'll be getting, maybe this summer. Nah, this summer I got business to handle. But look, it's call money really makes a difference in your checks. And then depending on your hospital, they can offer you bonuses. At my hospital, they offer triple bonuses if you have to stay late. So if a case runs over and the surgeon isn't done, you're gonna be compensated for your time. You'll get a triple bonus on top of what you already get paid. And then if they have to call you back, triple bonus pay. Baby, they write triple bonus pay all the time. I wish I could, but since I'm not a staff nurse there, I don't have that privilege because I get paid hourly more than everyone there. So they pretty much are making the same amount that I'm making because of that triple bonus. And I love that for them. But it's just a lot more time that they have to dedicate. And I'm just really about my time being my money, because you can't get your time back. You can make money in your sleep, but your time, you cannot get back. So I'm at peace with my position. And, it's just good. It works out. So call money is that money. What's next? Team effort. Oh, before I get into team effort, holidays. So you are off on holidays unless you picked that day to work. So every year you alternate a holiday. So I want to say in 2021 I worked 2021 I worked Christmas Eve. Yeah, and someone else worked Christmas, Thanksgiving, and then I think I picked up an extra shift of Memorial Day, I want to say. But yeah, 4th of July, all that, someone will pick a day that they're on call, and basically you just got to be on standby in case some crazy stuff pops off or a patient is having an emergency. You have to be available. That was at my old hospital, and like I said, we didn't have night shift there, we just had calls. So it was really, if you got called in, you had to go. But here where I'm working at currently, we have a night crew, so we pretty much handle, like, it's rare I only had to call a nurse and a scrub tech like twice since I've been there. Okay, team effort. So it's a team effort in the OR. So if you have a strong scrub and a good surgeon, you're fine. Your job is gonna be easy peasy because they already know what they want. They're decisive. You just, if they need anything extra, you can go and get it, and they're confident about it. Because y'all, I'm just gonna be honest, a lot of these surgeons, not a lot, let me not scare y'all, but if there are surgeons and techs that are not confident in their work, and you can tell in how they work, how they treat you as a nurse. They may yell at you, they may get frustrated fast, they may even say it out loud, like, hey, what do you think? And I'm like, baby, I'm just a nurse. I'm just here to grab what you need. What you mean what I think? And sometimes they'll ask the scrub tech and be like, what do you mean? Like last week, I kid you not, she's known for not being a good surgeon, but she said she didn't know how to use a machine and to call the rep. Why didn't you tell us that beforehand? Like, this patient is already asleep, but we have a good team. So the scrub techs, they were able to figure the machine out and it worked out fine without calling the rep. Like, it's just stuff like that. You have to like be like, girl or dude, don't yell at me. Please don't yell at me. I'm going to get the item. I'm here to help you. I know this is a stressful, high intense situation for you. So let me just go ahead and grab that. Most of the time, we're in a mask and you just don't see my face. And I'm looking at you like, really? Really, sir? Why are you yelling? Why? Anyway, team effort. Have you a good tech? Have you a good team anesthesia as well? There's not a lot of let me stop saying that. There are some that are not as skilled in getting the patient to sleep. That patient is still jerking and you trying to prep and you like, what is going on? Did you give him the right amount? Hello. Or they panic and they're like, go get this, go get that. Go get the pressure bag. Give me the scope, the gyroscope. Like, they're just, and you could, I'm an empath. I can feel that energy. I can feel that stress. So when you're stressed, you stressing me out. And I'm just like, but I'm good under stress. I'm good under pressure. I'm calm. I think quick. And that's why I'm a good circulator, period. So timely, like I said, it's a time thing. Time is money in the OR. Let's get in, let's get out. All times matter. The in-room time, the time out time, the incision time, the prep time, the time we gave antibiotics, the time we did the anesthesia timeout, the time we ended the surgery, the time we were out the room. All of that has to be documented. The time you notified the family about the surgery and kept them updated. All that matters, okay? So that's just to say your 12 hours will not be wasted. There won't be a second wasted because you're always doing something. Whether it's grabbing more local, more medication, irrigation, it's a time business, so you don't have time to just relax. You may get some downtime during the surgery if you know what's going on, or they're closing or something like that, but no, you have to go get the dressing for the surgical site. It's just, it's a time business. And then you can scrub or circulate. So scrubbing is when you're right along the surgeon, you're scrubbed in, you're sterile, you're helping them with the procedure, passing them the instruments, passing the irrigation, holding the body part. I scrubbed in a couple times where I had to retract, wounds to help the patient. I did a toe, I did a leg, help them get the pinnings in and stuff. It's not for me. Like, I can handle blood and all that, but I don't want to be scrubbed in. It's hot. I want to sit down. I want to just, I'll run and go get the stuff, make sure that everything is safe and all that, but it's not for everyone. But if you know how to scrub, you're going to be a beast in the OR and you're going to make so much money. It just makes you more marketable that you can do both. I can retract and I know some of the instruments, but yes, well, I know the basics, the general instruments, because we have to count them. So yes, y'all. Okay, so day shift pros. I know it's more pros, but y'all pretty much get the gist. That's just the main things. Like, when it comes to the pros with OR and then working in the ER regular unit. So, okay, pros with day shift. So, repetition of cases makes you a great bomb nurse. So, if you find that you like ortho or gynecology or general surgery or robotics, you can become a beast in there. And basically the surgeon, he or she likes keeping the same team. So it's like you're doing the same thing every day and you can do it in your sleep. That's amazing to me. I'm definitely a repetition type of girl. Like, I like new things, of course, but when it comes to work, I want to be proficient in it. So working day shift, you get to see a lot of different procedures, and I'm so thankful that I got that experience because I can do any surgery. But night shift is just, it's better on my body right now because I got a lot going on. I got other jobs, I got other businesses, and it just works out for me doing it at night, right? So day shift, you can be assigned to a specialty. Like I said, you know you're doing ortho on Wednesdays and you know you're doing gynecology on Fridays. Like, it's just, I like that ease. You can leave once cases are done. You're done for the day. Once the case is done, depending on, you know, your director, just ask. In-service perks. So they do a lot of in-services where different vendors from companies come in and they teach you how to use their new machinery, their new instrument, their new equipment, whatever. They come in and teach you how to do it, how to use it. And honestly, night shift kind of gets that perk too because they come early in the morning, so they come before people start their cases. So the in-service perks is free food. I love eating, y'all. I'm a big girl. Love eating. So they come with the nice breakfast, honey. Like the Chick-fil-A, the Taco Cabana breakfast, the goods, the kolaches, okay? They come, the kolache factory. Or they may pay for dinner. Or they may take you out to eat. So we had an in-service from Stryker. They took us to this Mexican restaurant, I forgot the name, and it was all paid for. Drinks, food, all that taken care of. Like, they'll be like, you know what? Y'all been bringing us so much business and just been so good. We have such a good relationship. Let me take y'all out to eat. And let me teach y'all about this new technology we just came out with. You know, so it's nice. I love that. Staff parties in the OR, you become a family. You become a family because you see these people every day. Y'all are working in high intense situations sometimes, and y'all just become family. Like, one of my coworkers, the surgeon's gonna deliver her baby, and he delivered her. Ain't that crazy? He delivered her when she was a baby, and now he's delivering her baby. It's just like lifelong connections like that. And I got some doctors that I'm close with, mainly anesthesia. I haven't had a surgeon yet because, well, at my old job when I worked day shift, yeah, it was, these surgeons will text you, roll back. Why are you texting me, roll back? How you know I'm on your case? But I would be on that case. But sometimes I would, I'm like, hey, I'm off today. I'm not your nurse. But it's just stuff like that. Like, you build connections, you become a family. You have a little staff family. Yeah, I wrote that, become a family with day shift. And then you get more sleep during the day. You get sleep because when I work day shift, I work 6:45 a.m. till 3 p.m. So I got off at 3 every day. And that worked out for me because I still was working my makeup business. So I would take clients after 3 during the week. And on the weekend, I have weekends off. Only if I was on call, then hey, you know, I'm on call. We could try to squeeze you in and see, but hey, it's no guarantee. But yes, you get more sleep. I was working 5/8s, but honestly, I hated that schedule because I had no life. I had no life. I was always at work, and if I was on call that weekend, it would be like 14 work days straight, like, or 16. Working 16 days straight, you're tired. And then being called to wake up in the middle of the night, you have 30 minutes to get to the hospital, to get there and get ready to roll and all that. Like, it was intense, and I didn't have the best experience at my facility towards the end of me leaving that hospital, but that'll be another story time. Okay, cons. Your whole day can be spent in a room. It can. Especially if it's a plastic surgery case, you're doing a mommy makeover. You're spending about 8 hours in that room. And you'll get a 30-minute lunch. You'll get that break, but you're stuck in that room all day. All day. Unless they're like a quick plastic surgeon, plastics, you're in there all day. And sometimes other cases, like I said, the surgeon is moving slow. The previous case ran over the time, so you have to go in as the night shift nurse or shift change, come in and relieve that team. And yeah, you just stuck. Sometimes I came in at 7, we weren't done till 2 in the morning, and guess what? I still had 6 rooms to set up and have it done by 5 a.m. because we have to open our 7 a.m. room, and then I have to go give report at around 6:20, and then do huddle at 6:45. Then I get to go home. It's been times like that. All right. And you can be stressed trying to start on time because it's not only you have to wait on, you have to wait on anesthesia to give consent. If you have CRNA, you have to wait on them to see the patient. You have to wait on the scrub tech to make sure the room is right, that they have everything that they need, that the room is counted. Sometimes you count once the patient's in the room. It's been times like that because, like I said, it's a time business. Like time. You gotta be on time. And it just helps the hospital with their stats and everything, and it helps with payments and all that, how we get paid and stuff like that. So yes, I didn't finish my night shift pros, so this is gonna be off the top of my head. Okay, so let's talk about the pros of night shift. Pros of night shift, I'll talk about pros of night shift. So pros of night shift is basically you have time to yourself. So how the night shift works in my hospital, it's 4 of us. It's 2 nurses, 2 techs, and anesthesia. So we don't have to deal with the stress of the day with all those nurses. I don't know, we probably have 50 plus staff, but you don't have to deal with all that commotion. It's more peaceful. It's more autonomy, working alone. You know, you get your help. If you have good team members like myself, you get some help. But for the most part, like, I love it here. I love it here because it's just, you know, and if you're a night owl, it's good for you as well because you're making money instead of like staying up all night. You're getting paid to work at night. And the hospital is just more quiet at night. Can't say that for the ER, but the OR, yes, love it here. It's peaceful. I get my job done. If we have cases, I love doing cases. I'd rather be doing a case than setting up rooms, just to be honest. But I get to do both, and I'm not under the high stress of people, other people. So if you're a loner, it's good for you. I'm like both introvert, extrovert, you know, depending on the setting. But I like working nights. It's very peaceful. It's the peace of mind for me. What's another pro? I wish I wrote it down. You get to do stuff during the day if you're not tired. So like tonight, I go in at 11. I woke up around 3 and I was just, you know, doing some stuff. And then when you get off, like, it's best to do things when you get off. So in the morning, you could go work out if you're not too tired. So that's an easy transition to get your workouts in. Maybe that hasn't been the story for me, but I'm working on it. I'm coming up with a master plan. Like some days I did work out like as soon as I got off, and then some days I work out before my shift. So, you know, it's just listen to your body, basically. Another thing is, yeah, you get to do events during the day before you go to work. So, you know, my last video, I was able to make it to my cousin's dinner, and then I went to work, you know, stuff like that, because, yeah. And then, I don't know, it's just really, I feel like night shift schedule works best if you are single, have no kids. Yeah, that's the sweet spot. If you have a partner that's understanding that, hey, I have to work these 3 days out the week or whatever the schedule is, I have to go work at night. If they can switch to night shift, great. That'd be great. But if they feel like, hey, I can't go to sleep alone at night, it's gonna be issues. It's gonna be problems. And if they're insecure, baby, just hang it up. Just hang it up if they insecure, because what? You know, that's just not cool. That's just not cool. Like, I'm out here working, saving lives, and you mean to tell me you're cheating on me? Like, what? So, that's why I say it's best for single people who don't have kids. And then if you have kids, it's like they go to school during the day, and during the day you're asleep. And then they probably get off at what, 3, get out of school at 2:30, 3 o'clock. And you have to force yourself to get up, even though you're tired. Or maybe you just naturally wake up around that time like me, and you get a few hours with them, and then you put them to sleep, and then you head to work. Or your partner has to put them to sleep and you head to work. Or you gotta get up and cook dinner and then head to work. It's just like, that could be a lot on you. So definitely, like, once I have my partner and I have kids, I will not be able to do night shift anymore. Maybe PRN. And some people, like, they do it on the weekend, and hey, that's when your partner wants to hang out. They don't want to hang out during the week. They work during the week. So it can work out. It's doable if schedules are okay. Like, my coworkers, they're all married with kids. Some of their kids are grown, so hey, that nurse doesn't have to worry about that. But the others, they have little ones, and their partner is very understanding. One of my coworkers, her partner works night shift too, so it just works out. They see each other in the morning, they cook breakfast, and they go to sleep, and they do the same thing. And it's just for 3 days, y'all. 3 days out the week, sacrifice that time. If you can't stay faithful, get you a new one. Get you a new one. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, another pro. This is if you have finished your job. You set up all your rooms. You have the phone on standby for trauma alerts. Take you a nap. You get to take a little nap. You get some free time. You get some downtime. Do what you need to do. Whether it's catching up on homework, catching up on whatever you need to do. Find you a nice little spot. You know, y'all didn't hear from me, but you can take a little nap. And so that's another reason why I'm able to do more. You know, I'm able to get up, get off work, and go to my other job in a few hours. I'm just keeping it a buck right now, okay? Don't act like y'all don't see the memes on Instagram with the nurse in the blanket and the bear hugger in the corner, knocked out. And I think that's why night shift nurses, we don't have to take call. Like, none of my coworkers take call because we are the call, okay? So we just get up when it's time to do something. Or some nights we don't have that leisure. Don't get it twisted. This is not that's a pleasure. That's a shit. That's a treat if you get to relax, because some nights we up from when we clock in till we clock out, because the night was crazy. Like I said, we have trauma alerts, we have add-ons, we have this going on, you know, or the tray was sent up and it's not sterilized, and we have to hit up SPD and be like, hey, you know, we gotta make sure everything's in order, honey, okay? So now I'm going to talk about the cons. So I kind of already like put the cons in with the stuff that I said. The cons is on call can be annoying if you have somewhere that you want to be, but you want to go, but you're on call. You can't really go. You can risk going and not get called in, but you may have to just finish early and go to work. Like, it's times that happen to me. So on call is not for everyone. Some love the money. Some don't care for it. They want their time, you know? They're like, hey, this is my off day. I need an off day. I've been busting my tail all week. This is my off day. So it just really depends, person by person. Rude surgeons. Oh my God. I cannot stand a rude surgeon because I am a sweetheart. I am such a sweetheart, and y'all see my other vlog. You don't know what someone's going through. I'm grieving right now. And you want to yell at me? You don't know what people are going through. Don't be rude. I'm here to help you. I'm not here to be yelled at because you're stressed out. But that's what they teach us. They are in high stressed situations. One nip can be a bleed out. One mistake. I understand, but we're a team at this point. You need me to help you. Don't be rude to me. Don't yell at me. And don't rush me. Most of the time they're yelling because you have to go grab something that wasn't in their case. Sometimes the preference cards are not updated. It's your job as a nurse to write the update and put it in the bin so it can be updated. But if they don't update it, it's not your fault that, hey, they didn't have this type of suture. Now I have to go run and get it. Don't yell at me because I have to get up and go, or because I may take a minute because we're out and I have to find an alternative. Like, it's just not cool. You know, I don't like surgeons that yell, and then it just gives that, it's giving you're not confident in your work, you're not that good. And some of them are just straight up bipolar. They cool 1 second, and then when it gets too stressful, they like, go get this, hurry. Well, no, they're not like that. They don't say it, but they're like, no. Like, you grab the wrong thing. They just overreact, and it just, you have to contain that energy because it bounces off to you. I don't care who you are. You feel that anxiety. You have to calm yourself in that situation to make sure everything is safe, okay? You have to make sure the patient is good. You have to make sure anesthesia is good. If they need anything, if they need more lactated ringer for the patient, pay attention to the bag. If it's getting low, go grab another bag. If your scrub tech needs more irrigation, go get that. If you see they're running out of laps, go get that. Let's say, hey, you want to count? You want some more you want new laps? They'll let you know. Or if they drop something, sometimes the surgeon drops the suction or they drop the Bovie pin. Go grab it, but they're gonna yell at you. But just be prepared to get yelled at. But it's okay, don't take it personal. If you wanna speak up during that time, you can. I choose to wait till after the surgery or just be like, okay. Like, you know, just put something out there like, okay, pipe down, keep it cute, you know? But y'all, you just have to have tough skin in the OR. You have to. You cannot take things personal because at the end of the day, it's nothing personal against you. It's either they're super stressed about this case, they're having a hard time doing something. Sometimes they have to call a second surgeon in to help because it's getting that crucial. And sometimes there's scrub techs that are rude because they've been doing it for 20 plus years. They think they know everything. Their shit don't stink. And they're just like, you knew? That's another con. Don't. Being a traveler, they gonna eat you up. Luckily, I work at night. I did start days there and I kind of felt the energy, But I don't let that get to me. You know, I just do my job, and yeah, they will like you if you're a good nurse and you do your job. So the night crew, they wanted to keep me. I stepped in for a nurse. She was out of town. That's how I got onto the night shift, because initially I went for day shift. But you know, God worked it out for me. We became a little family. And yeah, they are the best. And they vouched for me and wanted me to stay because I'm just that girl. I'm just a good nurse, you know. And you learn something new every day working in the OR. You learn something new every day. It's never a dull moment. And you see cool shit. You see cool stuff. Like, me, it's interesting. You see some crazy stuff, some smelly stuff, you see some stuff, that's all I'm gonna say. But it's interesting. It's very interesting. And at the end of the day, you're saving someone's life. Like, you get them at the point where they're super vulnerable, so they're counting on you. Make sure your patient is comfortable. Give them a smile. Take your mask off and show them your face. Console them, console their family. Let them know that they're safe. We're gonna take good care of you. You're in good hands. Tell the family member, hey, I'm gonna be calling you every hour. Call or text. I text my patient's family, but I'm gonna be texting you every hour, giving you an update on the surgery, or let them know, hey, it shouldn't take that long. We'll be in and out. Tell the patient, hey, you know, think of a good vacation before we put you, you know, before you go to sleep. And then how I tell my patients, this is what I tell them. With the interview, I get all their information, get their allergies, check their medications, check their chart, all that. And I say, okay, so when we get in the room, I'm gonna give you a warm blanket because the OR is freaking cold, y'all. It's freezing. Give you a warm blanket. I'm gonna align you to the bed. I'm gonna have you scoot over. But before you scoot over, I'm gonna untie your gown so you're not under it. And then once you scoot over, we're gonna hook you up to all the monitors. And then anesthesia's gonna give you a margarita. This is a syringe. Give you a margarita, and they laugh at that. Like, just saying something light like that. And then the patient saying like, ooh, I want a margarita. I'm like, girl, anesthesia serving that. You know, you can't get anesthesia today. But yes, they're gonna give you a margarita. You'll wake up in recovery. It'll feel as if you just went to sleep. And think of a dream vacation you wanna go to, you know. And just hold their hand. I like rubbing the IV site when they inject the propofol because it does burn. And you know, just try to comfort them. I love what I do. I'm there at the most critical point in their journey. You know, at this point, medication didn't work. At this point, all other sources did not work at this point if you're going to the OR. So this is something that needs to be removed. It needs to be drained. You need to be put to sleep for it. You need some new hardware. You know, that's just how the body works. So I love what I do. I love the position that I'm in, and I feel like I really make a difference in the patient's lives because we're, you know, taking out that cancerous cell. We're taking out that tumor. We're taking out that infection or draining that abscess, and, you know, making sure we put the good stuff in it, like packing iodoform or, you know, topping it off with some vancomycin and, you know, stuff that you can't do at home or bedside. So I just love what I do. I love the OR. And yes, so I'm ready to go get my Torchies. I'm about to go get Torchies tacos before I go to work. And I guess I'll set up one case with y'all, one that y'all haven't seen. I guess I'll throw that in. Just one because I already made this video long. But yes, I don't know what else to cover. Okay, y'all. That's it for this portion. I'm gonna see y'all at the hospital. We're gonna go to Torchies because that's what I'm craving tonight. And yes, we're gonna stay trapping. Look, my battery's low. Y'all, look at my hair. This is from my hairline. That's dropping soon. Okay. So let's get ready to go work. Let's go to work. Y'all, these gas prices are so disrespectful. Like, I miss the good old days when it didn't take over $50 to fill up my tank. Like, we gotta do better, America. We got to. You are not a driving pro if you don't know how to set up your food in your lap to eat, okay? I'm making some ranch on my, Lord, I keep forgetting. I'm making some ranch on my hoodie, but honey, I'm about to eat because I'm hungry. I got the lemon pepper and the honey hot wings, and you know they fries is to die for, but yeah, you're not a pro if you don't know how to eat and drive like that. Y'all, I just cracked the code. If you want top tier treatment, top tier service, walk into these restaurants with your camera. Cause y'all, I definitely ordered a 6-piece. They gave me an 8-piece, and this is the best Wingstop I have ever had. Like, it is so Okay, so I just made it to work and we have a case. So my coworker, she's charging tonight, so she's gonna have me do the case, and she said she's gonna take a couple rooms off my list to set up. So I will catch y'all when I'm done with the case, and we'll do one case together. We'll set up one room together for today. But I came right on time. I hope it's not a trauma. No, it's not a trauma. She would have told me, but yeah, so I will catch y'all in a few. I'm about to hurry up and get dressed and go see this patient and knock this case out. Bye. Y'all, I'm out of breath. Them wings were good. I hope it's a nice surgeon and a good one. That just goes to show you need to do your research on your surgeon before you book your procedure. Hey y'all, so done with surgery. It went well. We got in the room at 12:59. We put 11:59. I did timeout at 12:28. We started at 12:30, was incision. We were done by 1:50. Yeah, 1:50. We were out the room by 1:56. So right now I'm dropping off the specimen. So as an OR nurse, you have to deal with the specimens. So it's already in formalin, which is a solution to preserve the tissue for testing. It's already in there. I already labeled it. I'll tell y'all what procedure we did, which kind of hit home for me because I'm like, oh Lord Jesus, But okay, I'm about to drop this off in the lab, so I don't want to record because people gonna look at me crazy. So when I say I have bomb coworkers, I mean that. And guess how many rooms I have to set up? Only one. I had 6 rooms. They set it up while I was in surgery. So your girl is happy, and it's 3 a.m. So I only have one room to do, which is what I was going to only record anyways. And I just have to check the crash carts on the south side, which is like on the south side of this floor, and check fluids and make sure the room is straight. So I just have to I think put the Ally, which is a uterine manipulator, on the bed, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so let's see what case we are doing. I want to make sure I grab the right case card. So this is a left total knee arthroplasty. Which is simple. It's simple. So preference card. So someone in the comments, one of my subscribers, one of my subbies asked to explain preference cards better. So I'm going to block out the patient's name right here and the surgeon, and just show y'all like what that looks like. 1 minute. So basically, a preference card is the surgeon's preference. I won't go into detail in this video. I'll do it in another one because I've been talking all day to y'all, and I don't want this video long. And y'all, look, I changed my badge to my Betsy Johnson medicine dispenser, no, pill bottle. It says, "Don't forget your meds." It's so cute. It's so girly. It's so me. But anyway, let me get back. And I put on my my radiation badge so it could tell me how much radiation I've been exposed to, you know, because that can link to infertility and stuff like that. You just don't want your eggs cooking before you get to use them, right? But anyways, I'm gonna just show y'all. So this is the surgeon's preference. As long as you know how to read a preference card from front to back, top to bottom, you're good. You're good. And then you know your different positioning, and you know what you know in the OR, you're good. But you know, it comes with time. But as long as you know how to read a preference card, you could do any surgery, any case. So fear not. Okay, now let me show y'all the preference card. So this is a preference card for a left total knee arthroplasty. It's going to start off with the medications that the surgeon wants, and it's going to let you know if it's going to be injected at the surgery site, or if it's going to be in the irrigation or topical, like if you're going to sprinkle the antibiotic in the body cavity. So he likes epi, Toradol, tranexamic acid, vancomycin, and neuropin. I think I'm saying that right. And tells you how much of the dose it is, so you'll know how much to take out. And yeah, and a whole bunch of saline. So the position is supine, arms extended. Let me check that. Oh Lord, motor vehicle accident, not mobile. 20, okay. Let me see if they're okay. Arm deformity. Geez, okay. So that may go in the morning. because those vitals look stable. But anyways, so position is supine, arms extended on the arm boards, post to lateral side of operative leg, over the tourniquet side from black box, L-shaped pad to hold foot in place. He likes Hip Hop Barbecue Radio from Pandora. And these are the items that are pulled. This is how you're gonna prep. You're gonna shave the leg, scrub the leg with the CHG scrub brush from the sink and blue towel. 10-15 drape to drape off that extremity. Core prep time from the toes to the drape that's draping it off. Prior to settle, scrub all totals with CHG 4%, and that's the scrub brush. And this just has the rest of the items that the that the surgeon wants. The preference card. This is just instrumentation, and then you want to scroll, flip all the way to the back, and right here is the hints. So fluids, meds. So you're gonna pull the 100 ml bag of normal saline, remove 50 out of it, inject the rest of the meds equal to solution. So the ropivacaine, epi, clonidine, ketorolac, injectable normal saline 50 milliliters, betadine 15 milliliters, and 500 milliliters normal saline on the back table. So that's going to be, I'm going to hand that off to my scrub. Clonidine cannot be added in Meditech or on the preference card per pharmacy. Okay, so it just cannot be added. Hints. So he wants his Bowie machine on 40-40 settings, the upper bear hugger, SCD on the non-operative leg. So yes, so that's pretty much it. Once you are done setting up your room, always go through your preference card one more time just to make sure you didn't miss anything. And yes, that's pretty much your Bible to the room, you know. So I'm gonna hurry up and set up this case. Obviously it's pretty simple. Supine is laying flat on your back. I don't need to make a hip bump. I just need to grab that L-shaped pad. I set up this surgeon's rooms all the time, like almost every week. So I know what's expected. I can do it in my sleep. I really don't need the preference card, but you never know. It's patient by patient. Just always check the preference card because it may be something different for a patient. Like if they're overweight, you may need more positioning devices, you know, and if they're ahead of it, they'll put that in there. And also, this is a packet of all the cases that's going on, and it has the patient's allergies, the surgery and everything. And on here it has extras at the bottom, comments at the bottom of what that surgeon wants for that specific patient. So he has spinal anesthesia and ESR. That thing is throwing me off. I don't know if y'all can hear the overhead, but it just keeps talking. Okay, so this patient's gonna get a spinal epidural, so they will not feel nothing from the hips down. Yeah, so that's pretty much it with the preference. I'll go more in detail, but it's pretty straightforward. I hope that answered your question, subby. But let's get started. It's a super easy case. Yeah, let's do it. So another tip, the bottom of the bed, the base, whenever you're doing an ortho case, you want to make sure that this is facing anesthesia, because when they come in with the C-arm, you want them to have enough space to go under the bed with the machine. So always do that, okay? So lock in the bed. Hit any button, it'll lock with the Skytron. I'm gonna bring the table down. It's lowering. Safety strap, we're gonna put it where the body cavity is not. Well, the surgical site is not. So you could put this across the patient's chest since we're working on the knee. You could put it on their chest, their abdomen, but not their thighs or lower legs, obviously. Arm boards always go on the opposite side from the door where the patient is coming in, over there. And try to put the arm board where you expect their arm to be. I don't feel like moving the camera, but the other arm board is down here. So when you have your help on this side, you can pass them the arm board so they can put it right here, okay? But you want this part of the bed clear for the stretcher. All right, y'all. You don't want nothing right there to get in the way of the stretcher. Now, I'm gonna go get the Neptune. So as far as the Neptunes, I always like putting the equipment on the opposite side of the surgical site. So this is the left leg, right? Left leg, left knee, so it's on this side. So I'm gonna put this Neptune up here instead of over there. But the tourniquet machine is gonna stay on this side as well. And I'll show y'all how that works. So, for making a bed, always a draw sheet. This is for the arm boards. So, at my old facility, the first hospital I worked at, we used towels, the blue towels for the arm boards. Did the same way, just like this, tuck it, and we only had pink foam instead of the arm cradles. So I would lay a pink foam on top, and that just helps the patient with the pressure points. But also, I've also heard mixed things about that. I've heard that patients woke up sometimes with stiff arms because it was like elevated more. So really just use your best judgment with the patient's weight, how long the surgery is going to be. Just keep that in mind, because you don't want any nerve damage. You don't want the patient waking up feeling pain in another body part that they didn't even get the procedure worked on, the surgery on. So that ties into making sure the pad is equally aligned with the bed. You don't want the pad too big or too low than the bed padding, because that's gonna mess up with that can cause nerve damage too. Like, it's little things that you can get sued for by being negligent to your patient's surgery. Like, that's why being an OR nurse, you have to pay close attention to detail. You have to. Because if you miss any little thing, it can escalate into a bigger problem, which ends you up in the courtroom, getting sued, getting your license. Getting your license and putting your license in jeopardy. You don't want to do that. Like, you don't want to do that. Just tuck it under the pad. Make sure it's not interfering with the Velcro underneath. But I like doing the top first and the bottom. When anyone is getting surgery, make the room as if it's your mom, your dad, your grandma, your grandpa, your sibling getting surgery. You want them comfortable. You don't want any complications. So Treat the room as if it's your family member getting surgery. Treat the patient as if it's your family member. And the draw sheet, you just simply unfold to. So it's like that. Then I find the first 2 layers, unfold again, put it in half because we are not tucking the arms. And I like flipping the edges to the bottom part. And you just lay that over like so. There we go. We have a neat bed and SCD machine. Okay, the SCD machine is on the boom. I have y'all set up on the boom. This is the boom. I'm gonna take y'all off because I don't got time for that. This is the boomy. Metro booming. Okay. So I'm gonna take the SCDs off and place it right here and hang the cord on the right leg because the surgeon likes it that way. Alright. Look at how neat that this bed is. So I was taught with SCDs that you turn it on before induction, meaning intubation. So it's something with the blood clots. I don't know the full scientific rationale, but my preceptor, I had multiple preceptors, and that one, she got on my tail about making sure I cut it on before intubation, and you cut it off after intubation. So that's just the rules. Follow them. Okay. So I'm just unraveling them. And I'm gonna place it on the right side and tuck it along the bed so the nurse doesn't forget to plug it up, because like I said, it's common to not put STDs on your patient in surgery. It's common to miss that. So I just tuck it along the foot so they won't forget. And it's like that. So this is our ortho storage room. And this is the L-shaped pad that is gonna place the leg in. Okay. Like that. So this surgeon likes Buffy settings on 40-40, so I just gotta go up to 40 and take that down. Once it gets to like 45, it goes down by 5s. So let me show you. 45, 55, 50, 40. And then you always want to make sure, as just a safety pre-measure, you put it on blend, because blend is going to make sure it's less bleeding going on. A pure cut is a pure cut, but if you blend it with the coagulation, it's going to cut and burn the tissue at the same time, so it's less bleeding. Okay. Well, I'll show y'all. This is the lower extremity pack. This has all the main items for this type of surgery. In this bin, we have the cord purses like he had on his preference card. He wants you to clean it twice. From toes to the 10-15 drape, which I'm about to dig for. We have Dermabond, Prinio. This is the dressing. I just got these gowns. Clippers, arm straps. Hey, sometimes they don't put, that's why you go through this. And sometimes you just gotta be patient, okay? So this is the scrub sink, and this is where you're gonna grab that 4% CHG. And then grab a blue towel and grab a tourniquet that might be the size of this patient's lip. So I grabbed a 34-inch tourniquet, and this is our setup, y'all. I'm just missing the 10-15 drape. I didn't see it. It's probably in there. I'm gonna dig some more, but that's all that's missing. So this is the tourniquet. You're gonna cut it on. So left cord is for left blue, right red, okay? Left leg, right leg. Sorry, now it's calibrating. It passed the calibration. So standard tourniquet settings is 250 pressure and 325. Okay, and you just adjust it as such. They can change their mind during the surgery. You can adjust this while it's still on and inflate it. 60 minutes, 120 minutes. You'll basically know how long it's going to take. And if it goes down, you just, adjust the time, add more time, and confirm it, And you hit this down to inflate, right? It's no check, it's no cuff, so it'll tell you and it'll deflate. Same with that. And when you inflate, you hold it down and drag it again, and it'll do that. I'm becoming a little delirious. Sorry if I don't sound enthusiastic anymore. It's almost 4 a.m. I'm sleepy. So tourniquet. He doesn't have tourniquet settings on his preference card. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. He'll let the circulator know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess y'all could watch me check the crash cart, but I'm done pretty much. I'm sleepy. If I could get a little hour nap in, that'd be great. An hour break. So I haven't got a break since I got here. I almost forgot this. This ain't heavy, but this is the positioner for the knee. I wanted to show y'all something. So formaldehyde is the same thing as formalin that we put in our specimens. So there is a spill response kit if it does get on you. But yeah, so formalin, just how we use formaldehyde to preserve dead bodies. We use it to preserve tissue for testing as well. So there's some dust. So now I'm gonna restock the fluid warmer. It's pretty empty. I'm so lazy right now. Okay, it's pretty empty. You need 10 bottles of saline. The waters is good. I have to restock the LR and the normal saline. At least 10 bags each. It's true. And if you losing out on sleep, home worrying about, and I ain't stressing about a doggone thing, cause I was true. Baby at the bank, show me what you really about. I'm gonna check the crash cart. Check the tags, make sure everything is on there. The oxygen tank, the outside lock is intact. Okay, my babes, so I'm gonna end the video right here. My social battery needs charging. I'm sleepy. It's 4:30. I have to open up our 7 a.m. rooms in 30 minutes and my eyes are burning. I'm just tired. So this just correlates to what I was saying earlier. You either get a break or you don't, and this is one of those days where I get a 30-minute one, because once 5 a.m. hits, we have to open the room. Day shift people start coming in, the reps, the vendors and whatnot. But I'm tired, and hopefully we don't get a trauma to come up, because there has been times where trauma will come up at 6:10 a.m. and who's in the room till day shift relieves, and then they act like they don't want to relieve you. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm sorry my social battery needs charging. I'm tired. I'll see y'all next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.